preparation firms on is great. You can do that. Same thing with block. But the real value that I bring in, again, has to do with, we're going to sit down, we're going to take care of your taxes. We're going to make sure we get you all the credits. We're going to make sure we get you the deductions that you're entitled to. But then again, there are other pieces that may happen during the course of the year. An organization can be operating year round. So if there's a financial question that you have, say in January or July or a month other than when you're doing your taxes, then you're going to be able to come and talk with me. But again, the insurance, the financial planning as it relates to college planning, retirement planning. I also offer Medicare. So there's a whole host of other services besides the tax that I really bring to the table that adds value to a client's life.
And security, too, I would imagine.
Absolutely.
And what do you think of these off-the-shelf tax programs? I imagine like TurboTax and some of the others. I think HR Block puts one out, or another company puts one out. What do you think of those programs relative to?
For some people, again, they're great. Great packages for them to use. They can go out, they can prepare their taxes if they feel comfortable. But a lot of people don't realize that they may be missing out on credits and deductions by not having that conversation with the tax professional, like the services that I provide at TaxAssurances. So they may be cheating themselves. So it really cuts both ways when you look at it from that perspective. If you've got a basic one, then it may make sense for you to prepare it on your own. But when you start to get to really complex returns, having someone like me really sit down and go over everything makes a lot of sense for you.
And it also, I'm sure, makes the decision process a lot easier going to you as opposed to using one of these programs which don't tell you what to do in the future.
Right.
As opposed to sitting down with you and saying, okay, this is not just what your taxes are this year, but this is what you should look at in the coming year.
Absolutely.
To modify, your financial plans and to do things possibly a little differently that might earn you some more credits or save you some more money in taxes.
And that's the real value that, like you said, coming to someone like me brings, as opposed to dealing with the program where they're not going to offer that year round.
Yeah, I would imagine also, in not just a personal vein, but you also do businesses, as you mentioned, that when somebody has a business, a typical type of business, maybe it's a convenience store or a retail store or something like that, having the experience of a tax professional like yourself who might work with other organizations of the same ilk knows that you're paying too much for this commodity, or this is not right, or in other words, you have a broad experience and you can see if this person is really way outside the spectrum of what he's doing tax-wise, that he really should come down. You might not give him competitive information, but you're telling him a better way of actually buying goods or doing something that might put him into a more advantageous situation.
Right. And for business owners, it really makes a lot of sense for them to deal with a tax professional. They've got to run their business. They've got cash flow they've got to be concerned with. They've got marketing they've got to be concerned with. They've got employee issues they want to be concerned with. So they really want to sit down. And most business owners realize the value that tax professionals bring. So they'll have someone else prepare those taxes for them. But yeah, it's something that, like you said, they need that extra help.
Well, just going and that additional help is a great feed into what I'm about to say. I know you've been in the chamber a short time. You've recently joined, and I know you've come to a lot of chamber events.
Right.
And I think they've kind of helped you in some respect in developing your business here in New Rochelle.
They have.
But you've also met, a great gentleman who is also on our board, Cooper Caldwell of H.E. Caldwell and Sons.
Yeah.
And he's kind of become a mentor to you.
Great guy. Really great guy.
And this is something I want to tell our listening audience out there. If you become a member of a chamber, we have some great chamber members that can help you in your business.